What are some of the weirdest animals in the world? Everyone has gone to a sci-fi or horror movie that features some strange beastie. Still, some of those CGI oddities can't hold a candle to some of the animals in this video, whether it's because they seem to be a mashup of unrelated animals or seem indestructible or improbable. That's why, in today's video, we'll show you top 10 strange animals you never knew existed. Number 10, Ai. Already one of the ugliest animals on Earth, this solitary little primate is also one of the most unusual. Found only in Madagascar, it is 14 to 17 inches long, with a long tail. Its body is covered in long, wiry hairs that range in color from gray to black with whitish guard hairs. Its face is fox-like, but its teeth grow continually like a rodent's. The Ai uses echolocation like a bat and can climb down trees headfirst like a squirrel. Its eyes are round, staring, and orange or tan. The animal also has a specialized third finger it uses to poke into cavities it's made with its teeth and pull out grubs. Number 9, Okapi. Is it a giraffe? Is it a zebra? Is it the result of a giraffe and a zebra getting too cozy? Also known as the zebra giraffe, the okapi is actually a close relative of the giraffe, but is not any sort of hybrid. This strange and weirdly attractive animal is about 4.9 feet tall at the shoulder and about 8 feet in length. Females are a bit taller. Its neck is long, but not as long as its cousin, and it has a sleek, dark brown or reddish-brown coat and those zebra stripes on the legs and hindquarters. Number 8, Megamouth Shark. This shark, Megachasnopelagius, looks fearsome with its tub-sized mouth, but it's a peaceable plankton feeder much like basking and whale sharks. Discovered only in 1976, it is an elusive species that lives deep in the warmer waters of all the world's oceans. Unlike other sharks, it is not a champion swimmer, has a soft body, and seems to exert minimum energy to keep itself moving. It has a white belly and is brown, dark blue, or gray at the top. It also has weird, prominent lips. Number 7, Pangolin. This animal, much in the news lately for its possible role as a vector for COVID-19, comes with its own armor. Also known as the scaly anteater, the pangolin's skin is covered in scales made of keratin, which is the same stuff that makes up other animals' hair, fur, claws, and fingernails. It is the only mammal known to have these kinds of scales, which has made it a focus of attention, both good and bad. Poaching and habitat destruction has made most of the 6 pangolin species endangered, critically endangered, or vulnerable. Number 6, Hairy Frog. Hair and fur are usually attributes of mammals and maybe some insects, but they're almost never seen on amphibians and reptiles. The hairy frog, also known as the wolverine or horror frog, is an exception. The males of these frogs, which grow about 4 to 5 inches long, develop what seem like hairs on their sides and their thighs during the breeding season. They're not really hairs, but dermal papillae, and they have arteries that help the frog absorb more oxygen. They operate very much like the gills the frog has while it's a tadpole. Number 5, Tsetse fly. Found in tropical Africa, the tsetse fly is responsible for spreading sleeping sickness. This isn't what makes it weird, as many insects are disease vectors. What makes this fly unusual is that the larva develops in the mother's uterus, and the mother feeds it with milk. These reproductive strategies are supposed to belong to mammals. The female tsetse fly only lets one of her eggs become fertilized at a time, and the baby undergoes its larval stages while it's in her uterus. While the larva is developing, the mother feeds it with a substance very much like milk, even though it's still in her uterus. Number 4, Platypus. Everyone knows about the platypus, but that doesn't make it any less strange. Indeed, the more people learn about this animal, the weirder it becomes. Of course, the platypus has a bill like a duck, webbed feet like an otter, eyes like a hagfish, and a tail like a beaver. It is a mammal that lays eggs, and the male has poison spines on its hind feet. Its fur glows under black light, and it finds prey through electrical signals picked up by receptors on its bill. Only the left ovary in the female platypus works. When it was first encountered by Europeans, they thought the platypus was a fake like the Fijian mermaid. The San Diego Zoo is the only zoo in America to have a platypus exhibit. Others include the Taronga Zoo and the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary in Australia. Number 3. Blobfish. Another entry is one of the world's ugliest creatures. This pinkish-white fish has the face of a disgruntled old man. Also called the fat head, it is found in the deep waters off New Zealand and Australia. One blobfish was retrieved from a depth of 3,900 feet. To be fair, the blobfish doesn't really look like its most famous photograph. When it is pulled up from the depths of the ocean too quickly, it suffers such trauma that it collapses into a blob. Most blobfish that have been captured are about a foot long and weigh about 4 pounds. It is probably an ambush predator or simply snaps up any food that comes close enough. Number 2. Sponge. The sponge is one of those marine animals that looks like a plant but isn't. Indeed, the sponge can't even be said to look like a plant as much as an organism that dropped in from outer space. Made up of unspecialized cells interspersed with channels and pores, this animal has no digestive system. It does not have a brain or a nervous system. It does not have a circulatory system. It has no internal organs. It is only alive because the ocean currents bring it food and oxygen and remove waste products. Number 1. Tardigrade. Also called the water bear, animalcule, and moss piglet, this microscopic creature is nearly indestructible. It is also everywhere. It is in the Antarctic and in bodies of water. It is in rainforests and mud volcanoes and deserts. It has even survived being exposed to outer space itself. It can live through temperatures that approach absolute zero and temperatures that are as high as 300 degrees Fahrenheit. It can tolerate radiation and levels of pressure that would kill a human being. If it must, the tardigrade can go without food and water for 30 years or more and endure being dehydrated for a decade. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you haven't already, then don't forget to subscribe and press that like button. Also hit the bell icon so you could never miss new updates from us. Thank you for watching, and we will meet you in the next one.